My first interview in this studio.
Yay.
With the amazing and legendary Toni Braxton.
Thank you for having me.
Who looks amazing.
Thank you.
Toni,
Thanks.
why do you always look so good every time I see you?
I got great hair and makeup people. I
Is
do
that
not
what
look
it
like
is?
this in the morning. Great stylists. They hook me up.
No, but you always look great.
Thank
you do.
you.
You
I
always,
appreciate
and then
it.
you're, sorry, because I know this is a sensitive subject already.
Give it to me.
We were talking about height upon entry.
Yeah.
And you're just the tiniest, cutest little thing.
Thank you.
But
I'm
this is
sure.
I think of this as a good thing.
Yeah. I have a little height envy, I think, because all my sisters are so tall.
Are they all that tall?
Yes.
How did
Tamar's
that
not the tallest. Tracy's the tallest.
How tall is she?
Tracy's like 5'10" maybe.
And you're
5'1".
not 5'10".
Ish.
You're not
Yeah,
5'10".
Exactly. I'm not 5'10". So they're all tall, and I'm the oldest, but when I'm talking like, you don't need to do that, Tamar, stay off social media. I'm fussing at her to look it up.
Is that your advice to
That's
Tamar?
really my advice. And she tells me, you need to get with the times, stop acting like an old lady. So it goes back and forth.
You need to get with the times down there.
Yeah, you
Down
That's
there,
exactly
Toni.
what happens, yes.
That's excellent advice for your sister.
Yeah.
However, you guys have this show now, and I feel like in all the years that you were out, I feel like after this show came out, I know more about you and more about your family.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine for you, it's like a new way of...
Yes, that's what Tamar tells me. Like, people want to know what you're thinking, where you've been, where you're at, what you're eating. And I'm a bit
Yes.
aloof, I don't really talk about my life. In
Yes.
our generation, we were taught, me, Mary, Whitney, we were taught, people don't need to know a lot about you. They just need to hear the talent, the voice.
Keep it, yeah, right. Be mysterious.
Yeah, be mysterious. And so now that doesn't matter anymore.
So is it weird for you? Is it uncomfortable?
Sometimes.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not the most boisterous on
No, I'm
the
not.
show.
I don't like to tell my business because it's mine.
Yeah. But we know so much about your business. We're
It's
going to
because
ask
my
you
big
about your
mouth
business.
Tamar.
Your big mouth sister.
Yes, all of it's not true. Let me just add that.
Well, we're going to find out about some of that. But also, we learned a lot about your life from the biopic. Everybody saw the Toni Braxton biopic, which was really good.
It came out pretty good.
I think.
was
Are
good.
you happy?
I was
Were you
happy with it. Yes, I was
Is it
very
weird
happy.
to see it back? Your life back?
Absolutely.
Was it factual?
Oh yeah.
Fully.
I would say 80% of it was accurate. Meaning there were some things because I didn't want to tell everyone's story. To tell my story, sometimes you have to tell other
Yeah.
people's personal lives, and I
Right.
didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you spared.
I did. I
people.
just tried to tell it from my perspective, but without telling all of their personal business.
Yeah. You've been through a lot in your life, man. When you think about just even dealing with lupus and dealing, and just, I mean, you've just been through different phases and been so honest and shared throughout.
Yeah.
Even though you say you're private, you have shared.
Well, some
you
things,
know.
but my family have helped me do that, helped me get comfortable with it because I didn't want to talk about it. But what I found out once I told people I had lupus, my life changed because everyone told me, you can't tell anyone, you'll never work. So I felt like I had to
Really?
suppress it. Oh, yeah.
Who would say that?
Just people, managers, people, not my new managers, but
Right.
people would say, you can't tell anyone. They'll never hire you. So-and-so on a DL, so-and-so has lupus. And they told whomever, and they can't work again.
Really?
So I was afraid. So as ill as I would be some days, I would try to walk through it. Like me doing Dancing with the Stars was because they told me you can't. They found out I had heart disease. They didn't know I had lupus, but that's why lupus affects my heart. So they said, well, they found out you had a little heart attack, so they didn't want to sign you. So you got to do Dancing with the Stars so they'll know you're okay. So I did Dancing with the Stars. I mean, I loved to prove that there was nothing wrong with me. I was deadly sick back then. I shouldn't have done it. My doctors were losing their mind. So I canceled my show in Vegas because I can't work. But then 3 months later, I do Dancing with the Stars. It doesn't make sense.
And then what was that whole time like and experience like?
Dancing with the Stars, it was actually great, but I shouldn't have done it. It was too taxing on my body.
It was.
Yeah. I was still in a lupus flare and I was doing it.
And
It
what
was
were your
bad.
doctors saying to
They
you?
were losing their mind.
I don't know that much about lupus, so I don't know how that, like, what that would have
I had
feel
synthetic
like.
lupus.
or-
My lupus loves my heart. I mean, my heart is not the healthiest heart. If I did an EKG, it would say healthy heart of a 63-year-old woman.
Really?
Yeah, it thinks it's older than it is. 10, 15 years older than it is.
So when you're dancing around and doing that hard of a
I
grind,
can do it, but it was too intense for me to do in a flare. I was in an active flare at the time.
So it makes you tired or
Fatigue.
Right.
I get microvascular angina where my
Yeah.
heart squeezes itself too tight. I get blood clots. It could for me, it can affect any organ in my body because
and so dangerous, not just like
Very
tiring, but dangerous.
Very dangerous.
And you were doing that for what? To prove
To prove that I wasn't sick, so I can get a record deal.
And you got the record deal.
I got the record deal. But was it worth it? Probably not.
Probably
That's when
not.
I said I'm retiring. I can't do it anymore. That's when I said it right after that.
Yeah. But you didn't retire, really.
I did. Now, I really was gone. The baby face was like, you
Nobody
can't do
ever really
it.
retires that loves what
That's
they
what
do.
he told me. He said, is this a phase? You'll be all right.
Yeah. But it has been a long time since there's been a Toni Braxton, like, album.
Forever.
Like 7, 8 years?
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
And then you said you're doing a new one, yes?
Working on a new one now called Sex and Cigarettes. It comes out in March.
It's done?
It's done. I'm mastering and mixing it now.
So is the song you did with Baby from this album?
That was actually a leak. It was kind of like a remix.
That wasn't
to
intentional?
no, it's a leak to the Deshaun. You know, Deshaun did it first.
Okay.
That's one of these like artists or somebody he works with.
Yeah.
And I heard a track like that's hot. And I just sung on it. We were playing around.
And it came out.
And it got out.
So, Toni.
Give it to me. I can take it. I'm a big girl. I got my Tuesday
So
panties on. I'm ready.
So, Toni, you have this song with your friend. You
Yes.
have this ring glaring in my face
So
the whole
silly.
interview. First of all, I don't know where you're claiming each other, right? Because you're on carpets together.
Well,
you're
we
in a
are not-
relationship.
Tamar just told the world that we're married and we elope. Boom.
She calls him your brother-in-law.
She does. She calls him Bill.
Is it because you're married and he's her brother-in-law?
We are not married. I
Okay.
promise you. If I was married, I would. Well, maybe I wouldn't be so explosive about it, but I wouldn't deny it.
But we would know.
I wouldn't say I'm not married if someone asked me.
Right.
I'm not married.
You're not married.
No, I'm not married. So you heard it
That
first.
is her cute way of saying that if he was your husband, she would be okay with it, I
She
think.
really thinks we eloped. No, she really believes it.
Even you guys hanging out and dating or having jewelry, it's a bizarre combination. Even on a song, it's not something we would have seen coming in a million years. Even though
I've
he
heard
seems lovely. I know him a little bit.
Oh, he loves you.
I know.
Didn't you have an interview with him on the boat,
I
on
have
the
a
yacht
couple.
and stuff?
We did one on
in
the
his
boat.
house.
Then he came here. Then I went to the studio. I spent some time in the studio. He played me all his artists.
Yeah.
There was a little period I spent some time.
Yeah,
I got
he
to
loves
know
you.
him. Even still, would never see this. I would never see it in a million years.
Everyone says that. You know, me and him have been friends for 16 years.
I know you had a song like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
too,
we've
right?
been like besties for a long time.
People always say that. But
No,
there's
this is real. Like no cross the line.
besties. Like you always kept in touch and you always talked.
We would
and
keep in touch. He would come see me when I had my plays. When I had my baby shower, he would come. Like we were really friends.
but
Like
baby
when I was
shower,
pregnant,
like before.
married.
Wow.
You know, we'd say, T, what you doing? Okay, me and my boys gonna stop past there for a few. You hear me? Okay.
That's really good.
Come
Toni.
see me.
That's really good.
So we've been friends for a long time.
All right, so it's not that weird.
No, not for me. My mom loves him because he what Big Mama doing? He
Yeah.
would just ask about my mom.
You know what's interesting about him is that I only knew what I knew from other people's things, and
Yeah.
then I spent that time and got to know him a little bit. And he has like an interesting story about. He comes from nothing. I mean, people know that, but just losing his mom early. I don't know. He's just more complex
Yeah, I agree with that.
and more of like I don't know. I found it more fascinating that he was able to become what he became, coming
Yeah.
from what he came from.
I agree.
So I get that he's an interesting guy. Still, I would never
I
parent.
understand. I've heard that a few times. He's a gentleman. He's such a gentleman.
Is he?
What?
I could see that.
Opening doors and he's just a gentleman. I promise you.
Do you find it weird that other people find it weird?
No.
No, because you get it.
I get why they think it's weird.
Yeah. But to you, it's
But
not
they
weird.
don't know him like I know him.
Yeah.
He's very traditional.
No way.
I
he has a
promise
star
you.
on his head.
Okay, yeah, that. But
No way. He's not traditional.
he's very traditional about family and values. He has
Yeah.
2 kids by his high school sweetheart. He's just very traditional.
Huh.
Same baby mama. He had his kids when he was in his late 20s. He's like, no, he's just,
These are the things that are important to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's always a gentleman to me.
Yeah.
Around me.
And he seems like the type of guy that will lavish you.
It's not just that.
An
Because I got my own money.
Of
You know what
course
I'm
you
saying?
do. I mean, no disrespect.
No, I know
Queen
you're not.
Toni.
I know you're not. But I mean,
But
it's-
there is something flattering about that, especially to a woman who know, like, you want somebody that could also,
Well,
no matter how much money you make, it's nice when a guy can do that.
I don't care how much money a guy got. I don't care how cute he is. I don't care if he can throw it over his shoulder. I don't care.
Right.
I'm never going to find myself in a situation I did in some of my past relationships. That's the best I can say without divulging
No,
other
I get
people's
that.
personal
no,
life.
because there's a lot of women. I don't know. I know you can't talk about your story, but there are women who find themselves who do very well in their life,
Yes.
and then find themselves in a position well, you got to take care of somebody that you're not even with anymore.
No.
I have a close friend of mine who's going through the same very situation right now, and it's very challenging. So,
So for me, if I'm going to date a guy, I need to make sure a guy can take care of himself and afford to date. But I've dated billionaires in my life. I've dated guys who've taken
that must have been nice as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not everything.
it's not everything, but I've dated guys, and I'm not public with it. I'm like, ooh, I'm dating this guy. There's nothing wrong if you choose to do that, but I never advertise
Because some
it.
of those you could probably go under the radar with.
Yeah.
You know, stunner. Can't really.
Hence the name Stunner.
Can't really fly
No, I can't
low.
fly under it. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can't really fly too
What
low.
would have been better? Big Mouth Tamar.
So how do you handle that within the family? Are there no rules and regulations? Because your sister really let us know.
But it ain't true.
She really confirmed. Well, she kind of confirmed that you.
It was alternative facts.
Tony, there is a ring though too. That's really pretty.
But it's pretty, huh? I got it for my birthday.
It's a birthday
It's
gift.
It was a birthday gift. I got it for my birthday, honest.
It really is pretty.
Thank you. But I promise I'm not married.
Is this an engagement ring or?
It's a birthday gift.
A birthday gift. Got it. So what do you say to your sister when your sister outs things or says
She
things?
doesn't believe us.
Oh, she thinks you're lying.
She
to
really
her.
thinks, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's like,
She
you guys
thinks
are
you're-
lying. You're married. You guys eloped. I know it. I know you, Tony. I'm like, no, you don't. I was here the longest. You don't know.
Does it get weird because you do share so much with your family that sometimes, because even your mom got caught saying something about Tamar's
I don't think she
relationship.
didn't get caught.
She meant to do
She
that.
said it on purpose. That's
She
what
said
she
it out.
felt.
She
Yeah.
said she was worried about Tamar's safety and health and
Yeah.
like been killing her or something. And like, is that okay? Or internally, does everybody go, Ma?
You know, I think Tamar and Vince are just going through "I hate you, Jody" phase.
Got
Remember the movie Baby Boy? I hate you, Jody.
Right, of course.
You know, that's just their phase, and I think those two are going to get back together if
You
they're not
do?
already. Absolutely, they love each other.
Really?
Absolutely.
Because it got ugly.
Yeah, it did.
Isn't there it's a baby and right?
I don't know if that's true or not. I've been
okay.
asking. I've heard rumors. I've asked Tamar. I don't know if it's true.
You're out of the loop like everybody.
Kind of.
You're
That's
not
true.
really-
Yeah,
you're not really
it's not
sure
my
if
business
that's
to tell their
true.
business. But if I knew, I wouldn't say anything.
No, you know who would say?
Who?
Tamar
She
on
would
social
tell
media.
it. Don't you know it?
She would tell
So
it.
I don't know if it's true. I don't
So
know
you
if
really
it's
think
true.
there's a chance for them?
I think they're going to be back together.
Really?
I don't think it was something they did for their show, though. I think they were really going through marital woes or going through marital woes.
Wow. And everybody's okay with mom? Just
Vince and my
auntie
mom, everybody.
No, your mom. Like, your
My mom, you know, it's her child.
What
so
could you
if
say?
know,
What could you do?
Your kid comes to you and tell you anything, you're like, what? She's being a mom. But I think my mom, she has some legitimate thoughts as a mother. Because you're a mom, right?
Yeah.
That you think about when you hear your kids are going through marital woes or
Yeah.
marital difficulties. But those two are going to be back. They're going to be back together. I don't care what anyone says. Let's make a
Wow.
wager right now. Me
You
and
want to do that?
Let's make a
no, but if
wager.
you're telling me that, I believe you, so I don't
No,
want to
this
bet
is my
against
intuition.
you.
This is my intuition. Is what
Okay.
it's telling me.
I don't know. It got dark. It got a little dark. If there's a
Yeah.
baby, too, especially, then
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If
No,
it's
it's
a
your sister.
baby,
I'm sorry.
that could be tough. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Now,
What do you want to say?
If
Let's
the
say
baby comes
$100. What do you want to do?
we could do $100. I was gonna say $1. I was gonna say
Oh,
four
$1.
quarters. I was
Okay,
gonna go
$1.
for that.
We can bet $1.
100 makes sense.
Let's put a little. You know,
Okay, let's put 100 on.
$100.
$100 right here on this show. I want my money. Don't have me looking for you. Okay.
Okay, fine. I hope you win. Actually,
Yeah, I think
I don't want to bet
they're gonna
against
be okay.
people's families
Yeah.
breaking apart.
But if it doesn't work out, you got to move on. I was married. I got a divorce.
It happens.
I hate it though. I hate divorce.
They say
everything
divorce
about
is
it.
like death. Like it's like one of the hardest things
I
you
hate
can go
it.
through in life.
I don't like it.
It took you a long time to.
To get over it.
Yeah.
The mentalness of it just, yeah, I hated it. What it did to my kids. What I thought it did to my kids.
Mhm.
You know,
What do you
'cause-
mean?
Because you think, how are my kids going to recover?
Mm-hmm.
But I found I was actually asking, how am I going to recover?
Yeah. And then how long does it take?
Who, half the time that you were married?
Really?
I think so.
Is that like a statistic, or you just?
I made that
gauging?
up, but I feel good about
Right.
it.
You feel solid.
Yes,
So,
I do. I feel good about it.
but you made it out. You're
I did.
okay.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm dating. I've been dating for a little bit. Like I said, I
We
dated
know.
a couple guys. Yeah. I think B is such a gentleman.
Are you having fun? You
I
have to be
am.
having fun.
I am. You know, I always tell people, people always say, you're such a good girl. And I go, well, you know, good girls, what happens? We're the girls who, like, got so caught up in the image of being a good girl, we forgot to read the book. So we only read the Cliff Notes and forgot to be happy.
Mm.
Where bad
Have
boys
fun.
remind you that you're alive.
Mm,
You know,
that sounds like some good. And
I'm alive.
I just don't know what that means. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, me and B, we're real cool. We go on
That's
dates,
great.
date night.
Yeah, I imagine date night is like on some big luxurious yacht in the middle of Miami, and you know what I mean?
I'll try to get him to humble it down a bit. Like, hey, let's just go to the movies, and he'll rent out the whole movie theater. Like, for real. That's all right. Can't we just wear some hoodies and go in the movie, eat popcorn, and mingle amongst everybody and have fun? So sometimes I got to tell him to bring it down.
As long as you're happy and having fun.
I am. I haven't had it in such a long time.
You deserve it.
What people don't know, when I was okay, last year, was it now? It's 2018 now. 2016, November, when I was on tour, October, I was really sick. I don't mean kind of sick. I mean like really,
From the
really
lupus?
sick.
Or
I had a
from-
really
okay.
bad flare, and I was on tour. There's some rumor that I died or whatever. I didn't, but of course I didn't.
Clearly.
But
Thank
I
God.
was
Thank
really,
God.
really sick, like really sick. Like the
Yeah.
doctors were like, okay, we can get her through 2 or 3 shows. And like, no, she has another month. Like, we can't get her through a month of shows. I did it. I don't know how I did it. And every day I was on tour, he was there with me. If he left out, he would come back.
And this was before anybody knew you guys
We
were
weren't anything.
even,
It was
like-
buddies. It was
Right.
nothing. Not even a day. He was my friend. He was there. I don't know if you ever...
he already loved you. He's there every day taking care of you.
But, you know, he really was there every day. My buddy, my friend T, you all right? You good? I'm cheering good. You know, he was just there
The
as my
cheering.
friend. I'm cheering good. Big Mama good. He was there every day for the shows. And on my off days, he would go and take care of his business, but he would follow me on the bus and just make sure I was okay. And I don't know if you've ever been really, really sick in your life and you feel kind of hopeless and you got somebody who's a friend that's there. That's kind of, it
means
just
a
made
lot.
me see him differently.
Uh-huh.
Like, this person really cares for me.
Aw.
It was really a bad moment. I mean, I can tell you guys now that is over. I was really, really sick.
Do you ever
Not good sick.
Do you ever worry for your life? Like,
It gets like that sometimes if I have a bad enough flare. It can.
Really?
Absolutely. They told me at first I needed a heart transplant.
wow.
So it's been moments.
That's scary. That's horrible. That must be, but it also must make you appreciate life more.
Absolutely. I'm like, I'm just going to be happy. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever, money.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
No, I
That's
feel you.
just-
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
How does it affect your kids? They must. I don't know. They must
my
appreciate
kids
you.
like him. My kids like
Oh,
him.
they do?
But they've known him.
Yeah, yeah.
They were born.
Yeah.
We're friends forever.
I can't believe how grown your kids
I know,
are.
right? Diesel's modeling.
How old is he?
14.
Wow.
So he in the mirror the whole time.
Oh God, not the eyebrow.
Yeah, I'm getting this. Like, hey, who's the LL? What you doing? Who's that, Diesel? But he's great. I'm excited.
It's a great name too.
Yeah, Diesel and Denim. Great kids.
Wow. So you did good in your life. You're happy.
I'm trying to be happy.
Good, Tony. I'm happy
It's
for
tough
you.
to be happy some days, but I'm pretty happy. I'm going to work on it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what? We're going to be happy.
Does the work make you happy?
I love working.
Good.
I can't help it. I love it. That's why I get out of my bed every day for my kids and because I enjoy it so much.
Good. Well, we'll see you working in the movie,
Yes.
and we'll get a new album top of the year.
Album, Sex and Cigarettes. But B's like, everybody's going to think you're talking about me. There are a couple songs I'm talking about him.
Okay, which songs?
I'm not
exactly?
going to
Tell
tell
us
you.
in advance.
When we come back,
Well,
you'll
he's
tell me when
talking
you
about
hear.
you in this song that leaked, clearly, right?
Yeah, I didn't know it at first.
What do you mean?
I didn't know it at first.
What, that he was
It
talking
was
about
like
you?
a love song to
It's
me.
a full ode to the
I
great
didn't know that.
Toni Braxton.
I didn't know that.
What do you mean you didn't know
I
that?
promise I didn't know.
Weren't you there when he did the song?
No.
Oh,
I just did my parties. Let me hear it. Then he went when he was in Miami and did his part. I promise I didn't know.
Tony.
I'm kind of sometimes.
But
That.
this is why. So he adores you. That's the thing. That's what you could tell. You got a bad man feeling good. That's what he said.
That's what he said. Got a rich dude from the hood. Can't
Yes.
say got a rich N-word from the hood.
Yes. He said
I ain't never had nothing
he
like
never
it.
had nothing like it. That's bars for Tony. He had a few broads and hoes,
But ain't like it.
but he ain't like it. He wants it all.
Yes.
He's shooting for the stars.
That's what that is.
He's shooting for the stars. He's buying all the cars.
A few.
Cars. This is like this is a literal verse, is what you're telling me.
Literally. Yeah.
There are cars. 5 stars to be done. Matching cars on the beach. Is that a true
That's
story?
what he said?
He said it.
Didn't know that's what that said. Didn't know that part.
You didn't know
I mean,
that?
there are parts of lyrics in my song that people can't understand. Matching cars on the beach. Didn't know that. Okay, good to know.
Whole bag of cash when I greet you.
Maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
No wonder.
I've dated a billionaire before.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say I'm used to it, but I mean,
it ain't
a little bit. I've had, some luxuries in my life.
He had a bag of cash. No, somebody told me this story once about Baby. I don't know if I asked him this when we were in the interview. Somebody said this is back in the day, like early Cash Money, that they went to his house, and you know how people have like big, expensive art on their mantle?
Yeah.
That he had $1 million in cash.
Maybe.
On his mantle.
Maybe he did.
And that there were like mad people in the house smoking, like nobody, everybody kind of was like aware, but that nobody. And to me, I always have that like
I could see
vision
that.
of him.
I could definitely see that, especially when he was younger.
Yes.
But he's older now. Like he got the grill out.
The grill's out.
Getting the tattoos removed.
Is that what's happening? That's your influence. You're cleaning him up.
I just think, men grow up.
Okay. It's going to be so interesting to see how this all plays out, Toni.
When you see him in a suit,
okay,
then we'll talk.
Wasn't he in a suit? What, didn't you guys do a carpet recently?
Was not a suit.
You couldn't get him in a suit?
Well, it wasn't that type of thing.
Okay.
It wasn't a suit thing. I just took it over to glamour top because that's who I am. I still got to be who I am.
Of course.
It was my night. So
you are Toni Braxton.
So I wore a fabulous Mark Bauer gown.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
Yeah. So it was a tastemaker.
Are you doing any of this stuff in New York? The Grammys are coming around. Are you doing any of the parties?
I may go to Clive's party. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. But I'm not nominated for anything this year. But I do love Clive's party. I mean, come on, you got to do that.
Yeah, I never go because it's always in L.A., but I'm going to go this year.
Oh,
my
good.
first time,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to it. And they're honoring Jay this year.
Yay.
So that'll be a good time.
Yeah, and Aretha Franklin, I believe.
Is Aretha also?
I think so. I think Jennifer's singing maybe. I'm assuming.
Oh, you should come. It'll be a good event.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Come, bring B, put him in a suit, clean him up, and have an amazing fun time.
Okay, you guys are going to be surprised. He's really a gentleman.
No,
I think he's probably uncomfortable showing you guys that side of him.
It took me
I wouldn't be with a guy if he's not a gentleman.
I
don't
had to
care how
talk
much
to him
money
for
he got.
4 hours before to get him in an interview to feel comfortable.
Yeah, he's not a talker.
No.
He's different.
As long
He
as you're
can't, he can't just have money. That ain't hot to me. I'm sorry.
Right,
that
right.
ain't hot to me. That's a turn off. If he just got money, he's going to be an asshole.
Yeah. Nobody wants an asshole.
That's not attractive to me.
Have you made that mistake in your life in the past?
Of what? Dating a wealthy guy who had money was an asshole? Kinda.
Yeah.
But when they got lots of money, they don't have to act like assholes.
Right.
Because they got it like that.
Right.
I mean, they
They're
got
not trying to front.
vessels. They don't have boats or yachts. They got vessels. Staff 174 people. I mean, on the vessel. That's the real stuff. That's cute.
Right.
Like when people look at you, oh, that's so cute. Those kind of people. That's a different world out there too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've been spoiled in my life, is what I'm saying. So he can't just have that. So, but I can see how people think it's an odd pairing.
Who cares what people think, right?
That's what I say.
I find it fascinating. As long as you're happy, then who cares? Who cares what anybody
Who
thinks?
cares?
And your sister approves. And
My
your mother
family
approves.
and my mom's old school. So if he wasn't a gentleman, she'd be like, absolutely not. What are you doing?
Are we going to see any of this play out on the family values?
I haven't decided because we're just starting my segment of it. We've been shooting since last year, but my segment of the show is just starting.
Okay. So we may.
You may. Probably not. I don't show much of my life.
We'll see like a little. It'll
Sprinkles.
It'll be like you on the phone with him.
Yeah, maybe stuff like that. Yeah, there you go.
Little things like that. What about Tamar's situation? Will we see that on the show? Some of that playing out?
Maybe a little bit. I
Okay.
told Tamar to stop talking about it.
She can't help it.
Well, she's going to have to work on that because everybody doesn't need to know everything.
Yeah.
And I think what happens, she becomes defensive. She feels like she has to defend it. And then she may have an emotional breakdown and want to talk about it. And I get it, But at the same time, you don't have to wear it all the time for people to view. And then they're going to judge you, and then you're going to be mad about it. You know what I mean? And Tamar, she's super smart. Tamar is one of the executive producers of the show and Vincent and Tamar show and other shows she has coming out. So she's super smart. But sometimes emotionally, because she's the youngest, so she's been able to live her life out loud because she's the youngest. Mm-hmm. And just sometimes, as a big sister, I pull her back. And sometimes as the youngest sister, she helps me like, okay, you need to be a little bit more open on that.
She's going to be so proud of you today.
She is.
You are so open.
Oh, no, she's giving birth right now. Like, if I had my phone, she'd be calling me.
Oh, I was like, there's a baby?
Oh, it's a Braxton terminology.
Oh,
we
God,
call it
sorry.
giving
That's
birth,
right.
having
Giving
babies,
birth.
having turtles. I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully we'll see her soon, too.
Yes.
And she'll be in good shape.
Yes.
And we'll be able to figure out our bet if how that plays out. You going to win? I hope you win. I wish them both well. All right, so I look forward to an album. Do we have the dates and stuff like that, or
It's
topic?
March.
Is it locked in? Just March.
I know it's in March. It's a definite. I'm on the conveyor belt.
Oh, but you're locked in for March.
I'm locked in for March. I don't know the exact.
Toni
date,
Braxton album in March. The Lifetime movie everybody can see
Saturday. Yes.
I don't know, anything else that we need to know about?
New single from the follow-up Deadwood. Although everyone's asking me, why is the wood dead? But
why is the wood dead?
I don't know. But I'm excited. I've been producing a lot. Babyface made me produce this record. He said, it's time for you to produce. What are you doing? I taught you. I'll do it.
Will you come back when it's album time? And
of course, you know I will.
I would love that. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. One time, please, for Toni Braxton. The amazing, beautiful Toni Braxton. Faith on the Fire, Lifetime, Saturdays, Power 105.1.